the boy never expected that he had just met his mother, and ended up becoming the 13th prince of the empire. He was only level 1, yet possessed limitless potential. Just by receiving a piece of territory from his imperial father, he became an SS rank water attribute genius. It was at this moment that Jack realized he had gained a new life, and stepped straight onto the peak of his destiny. When he was only 6 or 7, he became a lord, and even owned a luxurious villa. Every morning, maids attended to him. After long periods of examination, Jack discovered what made him different. On the surface, he had an SS rank water attribute panel, but secretly, he possessed an additional lord panel. As long as he had enough subordinates, Jack could grow stronger without limit. His level could also rise infinitely. He finished his breakfast while thinking. At that moment, the maid came to report, informing Jack that the crown prince and the 4th prince had arrived. Jack set out immediately upon hearing this. His memories from his previous life told him that royal brothers were all troublesome rivals. Soon, Jack met his elder brothers. Their attitude toward him was rather aloof. Although they weren't impressed by Jack's etiquette, they still presented the gift they had prepared. A soldier, looking terrified, carried a box to Jack. Inside was a divine weapon. If one failed to gain its recognition, they would suffer its backlash, and Jack couldn't refuse his royal brother's gift, or he would face endless trouble later. In the end, Jack reached out and took the magic sword.
ほう、さすがだな。そいつの名はレビアタン。帝国最強とも言われる水の魔剣だ。手なずけるまでに120人ほど死んでる。
皇太子の貸し品を落とすとこだった。
心配するな。持てぬものなら持った瞬間呪い殺されている。朝から邪魔したな。
試したのか、このクソ皇太子。やめよう、口に出したら終わる。
When Jack returned to his room that night, he keenly sensed something unusual about the maid behind him. He decisively asked her what was wrong. The maid then told Jack she intended to resign. The reason was that her hometown had been hit by a flood, and her mother had lost her source of income, so her relatives suggested she sell herself. Since she served the empire's 13th prince, she could fetch a high price. Jack was momentarily speechless upon hearing this. He quickly interrupted her, telling her to bring her mother over, so she could work here as well. To Jack, it only cost a small amount of money to resolve such a trivial matter. If others learned that his maid had to sell herself over something like this, he, as a prince, would be utterly disgraced. Hearing this, the maid burst into tears and thanked Jack.
ありがとうございます。仕事を続けろ。はい。
Jack then instructed the butler to acquire land and purchase all the land flooded by the disaster. However, because there was too much land, they were short about 670,000 in funds. So Jack decisively sold one of his own lands to raise the money. Such a decisive action left the butler momentarily stunned. Soon after, Jack prepared to depart. The next day, he encountered the 4th prince. After overhearing the crown prince muttering to himself, the 4th prince investigated the water magic sword. He discovered that it possessed self-awareness and warned Jack to be cautious of the magic within it. Of course, he wouldn't stop Jack from carrying it. After saying this, he left. Jack then arrived at the maid's hometown and saw the devastation there. He also noticed people distributing rice porridge. Jack went straight to the distribution point and queued up to receive a portion. But after one bite, he immediately spat it out. The taste was completely spoiled, and it was as watery as plain boiled water. This made Jack burn with anger. An old man nearby told Jack not to be picky, saying they were lucky to have anything to eat at all. They didn't even know how much longer they could survive. But Jack didn't agree.